Thank you for joining me. I'm Yvonne Katsande. That's a very interesting topic to talk about now, especially so because of the times that we're living in as the church. So is it possible to create a one world religion? What the world would be like if we all have the same religion? Think about it. I'm not sure how you can even join what you believe, what the next person believes in, which is different beliefs, by the way, to make it as one belief. If we all believe in the same God, what religion would that be? Is it Islam? Is it Judaism? Definitely not Christian, because Christianity is not a religion. Now, is the world about to face the threat of a one world religion? Is religious plurality, diversity, and indifferentism actually willed by God? Has the stage finally been set for the Antichrist? Now, in this episode, I'll give you an update on what appears to be the push by the globalists to set the stage for the man of lawlessness.
We're in the end times. Religions of the world have been preaching about the end times and the prophecies to be fulfilled during this period.
In recent times, Temple Mount has been reclaimed by the Jewish community, reigniting hopes for the construction of the third Jewish temple. Many religious beliefs and prophecies about the end times are connected to this event. The construction of the third temple is considered a significant event for the Jews, tied to the coming of the Messiah and the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. People have been closely observing various signs indicating the end times, such as the drying up of the Euphrates River and the reopening of the Pool of Siloam, which has intensified the anticipation for the third temple's construction. In this video, we'll explore the obstacles faced by the Jewish community and their recent discovery that might pave the way for finally building the third temple. Jerusalem has captivated the attention of various religions due to the prophetic significance of constructing the third temple.
The historical importance of the first and second temples adds to the significance of the modern-day descendant, the third temple. Solomon's temple, built by King Solomon in the 10th century BC, was destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BC. The second temple, known as Zerubbabel's or Herod's temple, was built after the Babylonian exile but was later destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD. According to prophecies in Ezekiel, a third temple is expected to be built in Jerusalem during the Messianic era, which holds great importance for the future of the Jewish people. They believe that the construction of this sanctuary will mark the beginning of the Messianic era, during which the Messiah will bring victory to Israel and rule the world from Jerusalem, eliminating all evil. Groups are actively preparing Israel for the rebuilding of the third temple, organizing demonstrations and even constructing a cornerstone for it. Many tools and instruments associated with the building have been gathered.
A 75-year-old rabbi is confident that the third temple will be built on the mount during his lifetime, and preparations are underway for its realization. An institute has been formed to facilitate this process. With these efforts, the anticipation for the construction of the third temple is growing, and it may become a reality very soon. In 1987, the institute, in preparation for the construction of the third temple, created more than 60 sacred vessels needed for future worship, including the high priest's breastplate and musical instruments for the Levitical choir. They are also making the priestly garments for the Levitical priests, Kohanim, who are currently in training. Other items like the table of showbread, the altar of incense, and the golden menorah are being gathered. However, the golden menorah faced challenges in its conversion, as the original was taken by the Roman Empire when the second temple was destroyed. The replica of the golden menorah, weighing 95 pounds
and valued at over $2 million, is now on display in front of the Western Wall Plaza in Jerusalem. The Institute also regards the Ark of the Covenant as a sacred possession for the Jews that should be in the new building, although its location is not publicly known. Despite these preparations, the building of the third temple is yet to begin due to a significant obstacle. The Temple Mount, where the sanctuary is supposed to be built, is not accessible to the Jews. This site holds tremendous importance not only to Jews but also to Muslims. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest mosque in Islam, and the Dome of the Rock, both hold historical and religious significance for Muslims, making negotiations and discussions among different religious groups necessary to address the issue and move forward with any plan related to rebuilding the temple. The possibility of the Third Temple coexisting alongside Islamic structures on the Temple Mount seems slim.
The Israeli government has made it clear that constructing the building would require demolishing the Dome of the Rock, which is a highly revered site for Muslims. This creates tension, as Muslims are not willing to compromise on this matter. The conflict over the Temple Mount has persisted for a long time. In 2022, the Israeli government approved a plan for a new Jewish prayer space on the site, which was met with opposition from Palestinians, preventing the Jews from building there. Subsequently, Jewish excavators and activists from the Temple Mount Faithful organization have been searching for evidence to claim ownership of the site.
In February 2023, the group claimed to have made a shocking find, including various artifacts like ceramic coins and a stone with an inscription that they believe relates to the Second Temple. This discovery has given them hope to finally start working on the Third Temple. However, the situation remains complex, and finding a resolution that satisfies all parties involved remains a challenge. It is important to have artifacts examined by the Israel Antiquities Authority to determine their authenticity. However, the excavation efforts by Jewish activists on Temple Mount have sparked protests from Palestinians, adding to the complexity of the situation. The role of prophecies cannot be overlooked, as the Jews' strong belief in the prophecy of the end times drives their determination to build the Third Temple. The prophecies predict that the temple will face an invasion by the Antichrist, leading to the faithful being driven away from the sanctuary. Afterward, the Messiah is foretold to triumph over the enemy with righteousness, representing the climax for the Jewish community. In contrast, Christians are not troubled by the absence of a third sanctuary and do not engage in the fight over the Temple Mount. They believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, and their connection with him is not dependent on a physical structure. While Christians are not against the construction of the building, they remain observers in the debates surrounding the Third Temple construction. If you get any value from these video, kindly like us, subscribe and turn on notifications bell as we dive into the intricacies of investment world. Thanks for watching.